Okay. Am I audible? Yes. Am I audible? Okay. Yes. Okay. Good morning. Okay. So before we'll start with this today's lab session, I would like to ask that how many practicals we had covered till now? Yes. How many practicals we had covered till now related with your syllabus? Okay. No one. Can anyone reply? How many practicals we had already covered in our previous lab section from our syllabus only? Huh? Did we cover the call by value, call by reference practical number one? Yes, so that is our practical number one. Second practical, DMA. Did we cover that practical number two? Yes, we had already covered that many things. Okay, so just wait, let me share my screen. Okay, so we had discussed practical number one, practical number two. That is first one, pointers, call by value, call by reference. Second, dynamic memory allocation, DMA functions, malloc, calloc, and read. Okay, so yes, why we use dynamic memory allocation? Yes, write your answer in the chat if you know the answer. Why we use dynamic memory allocation? Yes, no one know the answer. Why we use dynamic memory allocation? Okay, so I'll ask one by one to occupy space according to the data. Okay, so what is the benefit of dynamic memory allocation instead of static? Why we use dynamically memory allocation system? When we don't know how much memory is needed, the dynamic memory location is used. Better memory management. Okay, yes, good. So you can say that efficiently I can allocate the memory to my program, right? And whatever the memory I required at the runtime, that much memory my compiler will allocate me at the runtime instead of compile time. Okay. Now, if I'll assign some values to my variable, or if I declare some variable in my program, at that time it will allow me, or it will give me the memory statically, right? But for that, if we want to allocate our memory at the runtime, we have some functions to allocate the memory. Yes. So that function names are, we have some functions, inbuilt functions. Okay, yes, calloc and malloc. Okay, good. So what is the difference between calloc, malloc and realloc? Okay, forget about realloc right now. Just what is the difference between calloc and malloc? They both are dynamically memory allocation function, right? They both can help us to allocate the memory at the runtime instead of static memory. Both will return you the pointer, right? So this is not the major difference. Yes. Anyone know the answer? Yes. If you want to speak, you can unmute yourself and you can give me the answer. Okay, I'll ask one by one. If you know the answer, you can speak. Otherwise, I'm okay with that. Okay, first one, Janvi Patel. Janvi, can you hear me? Yes, memory malloc allocates memory block of given size and returns a pointer to the beginning of the block. Right. While calloc allocates the memory and also initialize allocated memory block to zero. Yes, block-wise memory allocation. Yes, you can say this. Correct one. Okay, so what is the thing over here? So you can say that when I'm using one malloc as a dynamic memory allocation function, it will give me a single block. Okay, a single block of memory. And while if I'm using a calloc in my dynamic memory as a dynamic memory allocation function, what it will return me? It will give me the number of blocks. Okay, so number of blocks, that means the exit size, and whatever the number of blocks I want to allocate for my program, it will return me. Okay, so this is the, you can say, difference between your malloc and calloc. Okay, so I guess we had discussed the things related with the free also. Okay, so why we use free? Okay, yes. Here, what is the meaning of this integer star? I guess you are now aware with this concept. Okay. Now, as well as here, the number of memory blocks, and the one memory block will contain this much size. Okay. Now, what is the concept of free? Yes, the free function is deallocate the memory space which is allocated by your malloc function, and if I'll free my pointer variable, it will deallocate the memory. Right now, I don't have any memory location with me. Okay, and if I don't have the particular address with me, at which place I can go, at which place I want to move, I don't know. that what is the place address and how can I reach that that place, how can I store my value at that address, right? So this is the free concept. Okay, now malloc, calloc and free, that is the dynamically memory allocation functions. Okay, and for this dynamically memory allocation functions, which inbuilt library I need to include in my program? Is there any header file? Yes, stdlib.h. Okay, so these three are my, you can say, the inbuilt functions, right? So whenever I'm dealing with the inbuilt function, the things is something you can see that the code of that function or the definition of that function may be available in some header files. Okay, so whenever I'm dealing with that header file, right, I can use that functions, I can directly call that function, right? So that's why I need to add the stdlib dot h header file in my code. Okay, now okay, so till now we had will already complete our practical number 1 and 2, right? Now our practical number 3 is stack. Okay, using the array, we have to implement one stack using our array, but we didn't discuss the algorithm of this stack. Okay, so we'll not implement, we cannot implement this operation because we are not aware with the algorithm till now. Okay, and we didn't cover it in the lecture session, but we have to complete our operations of stack using the array, right? So I think, I know you are aware with the concept of array, right? But for the practice purpose, we'll deal with the array first and then we'll go with the stack. Okay, but first of all, what is stack? Okay, so just overview of stack and then we'll come up with the array. Okay, now what is stack? Yes, can anyone reply? What is stack? Stack is linear data structure or non-linear data structure. I'm giving you the option. Stack is linear data structure or non-linear data structure. Linear data structure, right? So we had discussed some, you can say, the characteristics of a linear data structure, right? So what is the characteristic of that linear data structure? Say for example your array, right? So array is also a linear data structure. Yes, stack is first in last out, but try to say last in first out. Stores data in a particular order. Good, very good. So you can say that if I have a linear data structure, I'm following the only one linear format for every operations, right? So say for example, I have A. Now your stack is last in first out data structure. This is also a linear data structure. Uh, Try to say only LIFO. Okay. Otherwise, you'll be confused while we are dealing with the queue. Okay. So this is last in, first out. Whatever the items I'm pushing it into the stack last, it is going to be pop out from the stack firstly. Okay. So whatever the item I'm inserting last, that item is going to first out from my stack. Okay. So last in, first out. Okay. Assume one stack of your book. Okay, so whatever the book I'm inserting last, I'll take out that book from my stack first. Okay, now, so the linear data structure, that means I am following some linear method, right? So if I have one array with the size of 5, what I can do, I'm inserting some elements in my array. Okay, so for example 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, something like this. This is the upper bound. I can store 5 elements only in my stack. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 I'm inserting. Okay, so if I want to insert one more, okay, so I'm writing 10. This is upper bound, and right now I'm inserting only 5 elements in my array. Now if I want to insert one more element in my array, at which place I can insert? So I am inserting at the end of my array. Okay, so I am following the linear format, that from left to right, if I'm inserting, so I am doing the same thing. Okay, and if I want to delete 4 from my stack, okay, if I want to delete array, if I want to delete 4 from the array, what I need to do? First I need to copy my 5 over here, then 6 over here, then 7 over here, right? Something like this. So I'm replacing my 4 with the 5, I'm replacing my 5 with the 6, and I'm replacing my 6 with the 7. Okay, and now my array size is 5. Okay, why? Because I am deleting one element from this set. Okay, so if I want to delete something, I'm shifting my every elements from right to left. Okay, so for every elements I am performing the same format, that this element, yes, 6, you should you have to shift yourself from right hand side to the left. Yes, 7, you have to shift yourself from right hand side to the left hand side, right? So linearly I am following the same format for every element. And if I want to insert something into the array, say for example 4, so what we have to do? First, take one more space so that you can shift your elements from left to right. So I'm shifting my 7 over here. Now I'm shifting my 6 over here. Now I'm shifting my 5 over here, and I'm inserting 4 over here, right? So what I'm doing, I'm shifting my every elements from that position to the next position, or you can say from the left to the left hand side to the right hand side, right? So for the every elements, I'm doing the same thing. Okay, I'm not doing that for the four element. I am shifting element from right to left. For 5, I am shifting that position to the to next position. No, I'm doing the same thing, and I'm following the same format and order for the one operation. Okay, so this is the, you can say, one type of linear data structure, right? So if I say the stack, this can also follow the same format for my stack operation. Okay, so if I'm inserting something into my stack, that operation is known as, if I want to insert something in my stack, right, that operation is known as push operation. Very good. Okay, so in the language of our data structure and concerned with the stack, if I'm inserting something in my stack, that operation is known as push. Okay, and if I am deleting something from my stack, if I'm deleting something from my stack, okay, that operation is known as pop operation. Okay, so insert in a stack, that means push, and delete from the stack, that means pop operation. Okay, so first we'll take some small example of stack, and then we'll deal with the array. Okay, or else no, first we'll deal with the array, and then we'll solve the example of stack. Okay, so first thing, what we are doing over here, that before implementing the stack, we must have to be clear with the array concept, right, and the array operations. So that's why we are just completing our concept over here. Okay, that is array concept, and then we'll deal with the stack. Okay, so first thing, what you have to do over here is, as in the array concept, create one array for 10 elements and print that any elements. Okay, so what you have to do, first you have to take the elements number from the user, that how many elements you want to store in my array. If user will enter 10, then you have to allow user to enter that 10 elements, and afterwards you have to print that 10 elements on the screen. Okay, so this is the first task. I think you all are very much clear with this, but still, okay, there is I don't want any single error in this, huh? Because this is too small program. But try to arrange something in a perfect format. Okay, so it will. Okay, you can set the upper bound that not more than 15 or not more than 20, right? Something like this. Okay. So am I clear with the first program definition? What you have to do? Yes, am I clear with the first definition? This is the practical one for 2 days. Today's lab, you have to perform this. Create one array for n elements and print that n elements. And should be entered by user. Okay, very good. So just complete the code. Okay. Okay, simply I'm giving you the skeleton of the code, right? So I'm not giving you the exact code. So first a hash include whatever the header file you want to require. Integer main, array declaration, number of elements entered by user, then that many elements from the user, and last task, print that 10 elements on the screen. Okay. If you want to use a function concept over here, you can use it. If you want to complete the code without using function, you can also complete this. Okay, logic is depends on you. So one logic number one. So you can use void okay. Logic number two. Logic number one is using function. Okay, in both the cases, you have to take the one for loop to scan and print. Okay. Yes. Now for the scanning purpose, you can, okay, those who have completed the code, they can just write done over here so that I can verify your code, okay? If I'm writing something wrong, then just let me know that, ma'am, this is not the correct. Okay, correct. Is my this code will allow me to take the n number of elements from the user? Okay, correct. Here you have to write I. So that's why according to your n and according to your ith value, it will allocate or it will allow you to store your data into particular format. Okay, so this is for the scanning purpose. Right. It will work perfectly. Exactly. Now you have to print the data on the screen. Okay. How many of you have completed with this code? Good. Okay. Yes, no problem. Please present your screen. My screen is available over here. Now this logic is for the is it correct or not? So I want my elements in this format. A of 0 is equals to 11. Now in the next line, A of 1 is equals to, say for example, 40. So will give me the correct one or not? Yes, will it work perfectly, or do I need to change something over here in this code? Yes, I have to change it. Why? Because this will print me the 11 number, the element, and this will print me the index. So I need to change the sequence, something like E of I. Okay, now I think this is correct. Let's see. Okay, my size is 3. So the element 11, 14, 12. Okay, I want one break in between the every element. So I'll write printf section. Correct. It will give me the perfect output. Okay. Now I think now everyone is ready with this first practical. Okay. Yes. Anyone is facing any error in the code? Is there anyone who is facing some issue or error in the code? Okay, no one. Okay, so now today's task, one more program. Is write a program, insert a number a given location in an array, right? So the operation insert at the given location, array operation, insert one number at a given location, right? We had already discussed that algorithm in our class session, right? So that algorithm, just let me show you. Okay, this one. Insert at the middle of array, or you can say we require one position, and in that after that position every elements I need to shift, and I need to uh, empty one space, right? I have to give some location to store that element in that position. Okay, so this thing you have to do over here. Okay, so this algorithm you need to follow. Okay, so the second question, Is there any doubt in the second definition of program? What you have to do in that code? Yes, any doubt I'm asking to you? No doubt. Okay, okay. So just go ahead. I'll share it with you. Okay, I'm writing the algorithm over here. So based on the algorithm, you are going to perform the program. Okay. So now we have array with us, that is this. Okay. We have the elements, we have the A. Okay. So you just need to write over here the actual logic of our program. Okay. Now the algorithm which we had discussed. Okay. I'm giving you the algorithm. You have to implement the program. Okay. First step, what you have to do, set your I is equals to n till now. Okay. Now you have to repeat step number 3 and 4. So you need to put one for loop over here, right? Instead of while, you can use it till your I is greater or equal to your position. Hey, what you have to do? So you need to set your A of ith value, area of A's element. You have to shift it at the position of A of I plus 1. Okay, as well as I minus minus. Okay, so you can use the for loop over here for this performance. Or instead of I minus minus, for the algorithm concern, you have to write I equals to I minus 1. Okay, and in the step number 4, you have to write it. And over here, the step number 5, you have to set your n equals to n plus 1 while you are printing the data on the screen. Okay, and you have to insert your value at the area of position, new value. So this is your algorithm. Accordingly, you have to use for loop over here. This is the condition for for loop, right? This is the initialization of your for loop. Now this is the you can say the logic of your for loop, and this is the incrementation of your for loop, increment or decrement section of for loop. Okay, now I am changing the definition over here. This one is my first program, right? Now here we have second one, and I have algorithm with me. Okay, according to the algorithm, you can. Sorry. Okay. Yes. So you have to perform the operations over here. Okay, take one new value from the user, that is number, or new value to be inserted. and that new value. Take the position from the customer or user, right? So user will enter the position. Okay, so one by one, I want to see your code. Okay, so I'll ask you to share your screen. So, okay, start with the kitten first. Kitten, can you hear me? If you are facing an issue, then just let me know in the chat. Okay. So, Kitten, can you share your screen? I'm okay if you are still doing the code. I know that you are not completely complete the code. Okay, I'm okay. Yes, Kirtan, can you share your screen? Okay, very good. You can share. Okay, your screen is visible. Okay. Yes, correct. Good. Perfect. With the marking, with the comment section also. Increment the size of array by 1. Okay, no, perfect. Okay, Try to write the code by your own. Okay, so if you are facing any error, then just let me know. Okay, don't try to copy and paste from my code or the from the other one. Okay, you can try. Though the logic is same, maybe because the addition logic I cannot change. A plus b in every case, everyone is doing the same thing, a plus b, right? But try to develop your own logic. Okay. Okay, good, Kirtan. Now next part. Can you hear me? Can you share your screen? Okay, perfect. Good. Okay, good. So previous one program is completed. Yes, it is visible path. Okay. Yes. Now you are doing the second one. Okay. Okay. Insertion code. I is less than your n. Hmm. You can copy that content. Yes. But make sure that your variable name is matched with your declaration variable name. Yes, this is correct. Okay, you can stop sharing your screen. Okay, perfect. Now, Dhwani, yes, Dhwani, can you hear me? Can you share your screen? Just try to install the mobile application of C language so that you don't have to do the two times coding, right? So try to do that many things while you are don't having your laptop with you. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, Akanksha, can you share your screen? Yes, Akanksha, can you hear me? Yes, ma'am, I have done in book. I can turn on camera. Okay, you can do this if you want. Those who have implementing the code in the book, they just okay, okay, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, very good. Okay, so those who are just writing the code in the book, I insist that please install that mobile application. So at the time of submission, you are not facing any issue related with the code. Okay, it is beneficial for you. Okay, Hemangi, can you hear me? Can you share your screen? Okay, you can do the same thing as Akanksha done. You can turn your camera towards your book and you can share the code. Okay, okay, no worry. So I insist that please install that application, and from next lab and onwards, I hope you are complete the code in that mobile phone, mobile application, right? Okay, Shyam, can you hear me? Shyam, can you share your screen with me? Okay, Shyam. Okay, Shyam. No worry. You can do the same thing as girls turn on the camera. You can do the same thing if you want to share your book. Okay. So the from next lab and onwards, be ready with the one mobile application of the C compiler. Okay, and you are going to perform that application in this. Okay, no, this is for general instruction, not only for you, Sham. So don't worry about it. I'm not pointing any person. I'm just giving the information to every students. Okay. Okay, so turn by turn we'll complete our code in this. Okay, how many of you have complete their code? They just write done over here. Implementation, huh? How many of you have complete the code? Okay, those who have complete their code in the laptop, Hemangi, have you complete your code in the laptop or in the book? Book. Okay, so try to complete the code from next lab and onwards as I have suggested. Okay, so I'll not allow you to write the whole code in the book. Okay, from next lab and onwards. Okay, I'm okay if you are doing the code in the mobile. Okay. Okay, so we just complete our code over here. Okay, first of all, what we have to do, we just need to take that number from the array. That please enter the number, which how many elements you want to store. So in n, I am doing this, and I'm scanning that every elements over here. Right now, at you can say the enter your new inserted number. Okay, which number you want to insert. So I'm taking it into the new value, right? So I'm taking that value over here, that printf, enter the number to be inserted. Okay, and I'm scanning that number into the new value, percentage b. comma and percent invalid. Okay, then now at which position user want to add that number? So I must have to take that position number. So I have to write printf enter the position. I'm taking it into the POS variable. Okay. Now, according to our algorithm, what we have to do, we just need to shift every elements from that position to the next. Okay, including your position number element. Okay, because if that position is not empty for my new value, how can I insert? Okay, so I'm doing the shifting over here. Uh, Kirtan, right now I'm not running the code because I'm still remaining with some logic. Okay, if I'll complete with this, I can run this code. Okay, so for this, what I need to do, I is equals to n, starting from the your n value. Okay, initializing with n till my I is greater than or equal to my position. I have to shift my every elements. Okay, so now write your shifting logic over here. That array of I plus 1, you have to shift it your element over there. Okay, correct. Now what you have to write over here? Over here, you just need to add the value, which is in the new val. Okay, and after the insertion, I'm printing the every values, but I have to write something like this n plus 1. Okay, now please check the code. Is there any error in the code or in the logic? One more time, enter the position and new value. So till that position to the last number, I'm shifting my every elements to the next. Will it work perfectly? No. Why? Because I'm starting from the last position. So if I'm starting from the last position, I must have to decrement the position. Okay, as we had discussed over here, that what you have to do, yes, something like this. Okay, I have to decrement my I variable. So instead of increment, you have to decrement the values. Enter the number to be inserted 4. Position 1. 1, 4, 2, and 3. Yes. Okay, Kirtan. Or should I need to run one more time? Okay, the program is available over here. I'll give you 5 more minutes to complete the code. Okay, then we'll move further with the next logic or for the next concept. Okay, those who have complete with this insertion process, they just need to complete the deletion process. Write a program to delete a number at a given location, right? So you have to delete one number at the particular position. Say for example, position number 2. So whatever the elements is stored at that position number 2, you have to delete that number. Okay, create that program. And if you don't have the offline compiler for the C programmation concern, you can run the code in the online software also. That is GDB, either program is or code chef or whatever the software you want to run. Okay, so I guess now most of the students have, ma'am, copy paste your code in the chat box if you can. Yes, Kirtan, I can, but are you facing any error in the code? Yes, Kirtan. Then, see, this is the, you can say variable name and whatever the variables I'm using, right? Instead of that variable, if you want to use your own variable, you can use it. Okay, according to your logic. Okay, now the program number 3. Delete a number at a given location in an array. Okay, so what we have to do, we need to delete one element from the array. Okay, and whatever the position they were suggest us at, from that position we have to delete that number. Okay, so for this what we have to do, we just need to I'll just give you the algorithm for deleting the elements. Okay, so we had already discussed, but just for your information, over here we have the algorithm to delete the elements from the array. Okay, now I'll just give you the small logic of that element deletion process. Now first what I'm doing, I'm setting my position is equals to I. Why? Because from the next position of that array, I'm shifting my every elements from that next position to the actual position, or position minus 1. Okay, step number 2, you have to repeat step number 2 to just wait while your I is less than n minus 1. Okay, why? Because now I'm deleting something, so my actual elements number is decreasing with 1, and in the insertion my actual number of elements incremented with 1. Why? Because I'm inserting something, that's why. So what you have to do, so you just need to set your every elements something like whatever the value is stored into the I plus 1. Okay, I have to copy that number to the previous one index. Okay, so the whatever the value is available over here, I have to shift it over here. Next, shift it over here. Next, here, something like this. Okay. Now 4. increment your I plus 1. So till 2 to 4, step number 2 to 4. And fifth one, you have to decrement the actual size of your n. Okay, so this is the third question. Okay, I'm giving you the algorithm. You have to complete the code, okay, according to the algorithm. If you want to use your own logic, I am okay with it. Okay, so this is the third one. Okay, so till now, any doubt, any student? Okay. Bhavik, why are you late over here? Okay, so just implement our algorithm logic over here in this. Okay. Now remove this. Okay, till now we have the code. Okay, in this code, what we are doing, we are just taking some elements from the user and scanning something from the user. Okay, and now what we have to perform over here, we just need to take the position number from the user, and according to that position, I'm deleting that element. Okay, so no need to use the new value variable over here. Okay. So what I am doing, I'm writing enter the position on which want to delete the number. Now we have to overwrite our every values with the next value. Okay, before the for loop I have to assign it with the position number. Okay, because from that position to the next and onwards I am shifting my every elements from next to the previous index. Okay, so what I'm doing, whatever the value is available at the a of I plus 1, I'm shifting that elements to the previous one. Okay, and what I have to do over here, I need to decrement the size, or you can say the element n minus 1. Okay, so that's why the last element is not printing two times. Otherwise, my size is 5 and now my array elements is 4. Okay, so my if I'm deleting the second one element, so last index value will be printed two times, because I'm not deleting the value, I'm just overwriting the values. Three numbers, 2, 4, 3. Take the position 1. So now 2 and 3. Okay, so just implement this and then we'll move. Okay, how many of you have complete with the array insertion as well as the deletion code? Okay, now you have choice. If you want to insert, press the 1. If you want to delete, press the 2, right? Likewise, you can also complete the code using switch case. Okay, what about you, Harshit, Rahul, Kunal, Kumarpal, Mahir? Just write your views over here. Have you complete the code or still you are writing the code? Harshit, Rahul, Kunal, you can just write over here in the chat. Kunal doing. Okay. Kushal doing, Harshit doing. Okay, okay. So if you are facing any error, then just let me know. Okay, now after this, we'll complete some example of stack. Okay, now I guess everyone is. Ma'am, show the screen, please. Yes, Rutvi. Oh, my screen. My screen is. Yes, I am presenting my screen. You can't see my screen over here. Is it visible or any issue in the screen presentation? Rutvi, is my screen visible? Yes, Rutvi. Okay, okay. Okay, one more minute to complete the code and then we'll move towards the stack operations and stack introduction. Okay. Okay. So now let's move towards the stack operation. Okay, first we'll solve this one example and then we'll move. Okay. So we have this many operations in my stack. Okay. Okay, now after completion of this entire, you can say the operation, which value is remaining in my stack? 1, 2, or whatever the value remaining in the stack, you have to give me that value as an answer. Okay. So perform the following operations on the stack and note down the last remaining value in the stack. That which value is remaining in the stack or else my stack is empty. You have to give me the answer. So everyone, just perform this many operation in your stack and give me the answer. Okay, so push means insertion, pop means deletion. Okay, make sure that your stack is going to follow the last in first out format. Okay, question understood, or do I need to repeat one more time? Okay, Ritvi, answer is A. Okay, other student. Yes, I'm waiting for your answer. Which one is the last remaining value in the stack? Kunal is saying A. Akansha is saying A. Okay, let's see. I'll draw the stack over here. Just wait. It will take time. Okay, other students don't know what to do or they are doing the operation. Okay. We have this much operation in my stack. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just drawing one stack. And in that stack, I'm performing this every operation. Okay, I have this stack with me. Okay, so first I have this stack. Okay, first I need to push A, then I'm pushing my B. That means I'm inserting my B. Okay, so we had discussed one variable name, that is TOP. TOP. Okay, it can store the location of topmost element. Okay, so right now, what is the value of my top variable? Here, make sure it is going to store at the 0th location. It is going to store at the 1 location. Now, after completion of insertion B, what is the top location is? I'm saying the location, dear, not the value of top variable. Location. is equals to 1, right? So this is the variable which can store the location of topmost element. Okay, now you are correct. Okay, now if I'm pushing C, so I'm pushing C over here, right? Now the next operation I'm going to perform, that is pop operation. So if I'm popping something, so pop C. Okay, whatever the top element is in the stack, I'm going to delete it from the stack. Now what is the value of my top? So here, after completion of this many operation, the top variable value is location is 1. Okay, now push D on the stack. So if I'm pushing my D, what is the location? So location is equals to 2. Okay, and what is where my top is locating? So top is locating at the address of 2 and the value is D. Okay, now push E on the stack. Okay, now I'm pushing my E. This is the, you can say, a stack position after completion of this many operation, starting from this to the E. Okay, now I'm performing the pop operation. Yes, this one pop. Now which value is going to be pop out from my stack? Yes, which value is going to be pop out from my stack? E. Yes, so after completion of this first, I'm deleting the value. Okay, now where is my top is located? The top location is 2. Yes, very good. Now I'm performing this pop operation. Then which value is going to be deleted? D. Very good. Okay, so what I am doing, I am deleting the D also. Now I have this 2 elements only in my stack. Okay, now one more pop operation, which is going to be deleted from my stack. So I am deleting this B. Okay, now what is the remaining value in my stack? So the last remaining value is A, and where your top variable is pointing at the location number 0. Perfect. So you can say that last remaining element is A. Okay, after completion of every operation on my same stack, if I am concerning with the last element, then this is A. Now if I'm doing one more pop operation over here, pop, so which one is going to be deleted from my stack? This A is also deleting from my stack. Okay, so now where is the top most element? We don't know because my stack is empty. Okay, I can say that my stack is empty. Okay, so whenever you want to start the insertion operation, okay, now after pop, if I'll write push Z into the stack, so where is your top? So you must have to set your top variable is equals to 0th location. Okay, and only then you can insert that Z element at the 0th location. Okay, so I think you are now clear with this, that if I'm pushing something into my stack, what I'm doing, I'm just incrementing my pop variable over here. So here you can say that top variable value is equals to 0. Now if I want to insert something in my stack, what we have to do, we just need to increment our top variable with 1, and you can insert your value over here. Okay, so initially over here, after my stack is empty, if I'm pushing something, so what I'm doing, I'm setting my top is equals to 0th location. Okay, now if I want to push Y, so before pushing Y, at which location I need to push? So what we have to do, top equals to 0 plus 1 incremented with 1. At that position you can insert your Y. So I'm inserting my y at which position? 0 plus 1, that is 1. Okay. Now, if you want to insert x, so first of all, what you have to do, yes, before inserting the value x, what you have to do, now my top variable value is equals to 1, right? So what you have to do over here, if you want to push x, very good. So you need to do something like top equals to top plus 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1. Now my value is equals to 2 and I am inserting x over here in my step. Okay, correct. So you can perform the IB operation with the top variable. Okay, so this is the logic behind your step. Okay, now this write your enrollment number over here for the attendance consent. Is there anyone who cannot write the number? Okay. Rahul, what you are doing? Your number is 26, not 16. Okay. Now, now we are not going to write down or the program or algorithm of stack, right? So, first question, give me the one real-time example of stack, which is going to follow the LIFO format. One real-time example. Day-to-day, in our day-to-day life, where we are going to follow the stack. Yes, I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, am I audible? Okay, undo operation. Good. Other student? Okay, thank you. Just try to think in a routine example or in our routine life where we are using the stack concept. Just try to think on it. One example I have already discussed with you, that is book of stack. Okay, when we are putting newspaper in box, perfect, very good. Pile of dinner plates, perfect. Cupboard, good. Okay, other students, you can think on it, no worry. Chairs, okay, perfect, very good. A stack of chairs. So if you want to choose the last number chair, you have to pull every chess from top to the last one. Perfect. Good, huh? Taking out roti from casseroles. Perfect, Rutvi. Undo, redo, stack in Excel or a Word. Good, Ketan. Okay, let me share my screen so that I have that example with me. Right? So I can say that yes, the students think very much highly. Yes, other students, you can also share your views related with the stack. Okay, at which place in our day-to-day life, at which place you are going to use the stack concept, so that it you can very much concern your day-to-day life and or connect your that example with our example. Okay. So why we are using this many concept? Because this is for the arrangement of your data, or you can say the organization of data, right? Some of the times we want this many things that yes, we have to follow the step, otherwise it will not work perfectly. Second, wherever we need something different, right? That instead of queue, I need to use stack, right? So according to our requirement, we are organizing our data into the particular format or into the particular structure, right? That is the data structure. Okay, so why we require data structure, what is the use of our data structure, and in the day-to-day life we are following the data structure, but somehow we cannot connect with that concept, okay, in our you can say subject. So right now we can connect that example with our topic. Okay, perfect example, and I insist your logic, no worry, the good examples I can receive. Okay, so till now any doubt in this practicals? Okay, so no doubt till now, okay, no worry. So how we are going to use our stack, or how we can implement stack? Okay, so the don't worry, we are not dealing with the whole concept, but the small thing, that if I want to design stack in my compiler or in my program, how can I design the stack? Okay, so instead of this, just assume that I have one array with me. Yes, this is my array. Okay, and if I'll store something like A, B, and C, can I say this is stack? Yes, I can say. But the working of my array is I'm going to arrange something like that you cannot insert element over here. You just need to insert the element after your last element. And if you want to delete something from your array, you must have to delete from the last character to the previous one and previous one. Okay, so can I say that I am designing my array something like this, or I'm restricting my array which can work same like your stack? Okay, so we are designing our stack using the array. Okay, so I can say this is array because the starting index is 0. Accordingly I am inserting my elements because this is following the linear structure. If I want to delete, I am following the same structure for the every element, that E deleted, D deleted, B deleted, and A deleted. Okay, so from top to bottom I am deleting, and from bottom to top I am inserting. So instead of this vertical representation, if I'll represent my stack into the horizontal way, okay, so this is a one kind of array, or I'm restricting my array, or I'm doing something operation with my array which can work like the stack. Okay, So we are implementing our program. We will implement our program from next level onwards with the A to design our stack. Okay. So am I clear with this point that what is a stack and how we can implement the our operations in the stack? Though we are not discussing the process of or the perfect algorithm of stack operation. Okay. So till now, any doubt? Any student? Okay. Okay. Comfortable with this? You can say the format, or if I'm presenting something to you, and will it perfect, or I need to change the method of representing the things? Okay. No need to change. Okay. Okay, and if you want extra time to complete the code while I am changing one definition to the second one, then just let me know that, ma'am, we are doing the code. Give us some time to complete the code. Okay, so I'll wait for you and I can give you the extra time to complete the task. Okay. Okay, and try to save your code at one place, so at the time of submission process you have every programs with you, and I think you are ready with practical number 1 and 2 in the handwritten format. Okay, so at the end, if we will check your entire handwritten file. Okay, so try to write down the every mem. First, you perform one example, then give us another example to do it ourselves, so we can do it perfectly. Okay, Ketan. So you want something like one example I'm doing, and another one I'm giving to you to perform this, right? Okay. But the thing is that we have a limited, you can say, the practicals, right? So if we'll solve more than one, you can say, the same type of example, then it will take more times. So what I'm suggesting you, that I'm preferring that I'm giving you the algorithm, and according to algo, you are going to perform the program. But don't worry, we'll follow this method also. Don't worry.